Hey all, my name's Michael, welcome to the channel, and we're going to be getting into some 4chan stories. If you enjoy the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Now, let's begin. Be Me 31 work as a fraud investigator for insurance companies tracking down scammers and liars professionally. Wife Monica, been together 7 years total, married for 4. Used to leave surprise sandwiches in my work bag, now acts like I'm invisible furniture. Suddenly obsessed with evening yoga sessions and connecting with her inner goddess. Returns home, reeking of some dude's Axe body spray mixed with guilt. My professional bullshit detector is going off like a car alarm in a hailstorm. Instead of confronting directly, decide to treat this like a long-term investigation. Channel my inner patient detective, let her build her web of lies. Start playing a dumb husband role to perfection. Wow babe, yoga sounds amazing, you're glowing lately, must be all that inner peace. Secretly catalog every suspicious detail like evidence for court. Monica claims yoga runs 7 to 10 p.m., but studio's actual schedule shows 6 to 8 p.m. classes only. Suddenly, shopping for expensive workout clothes despite hating exercise for years. Develops sophisticated taste in craft cocktails overnight. Previously drank wine coolers. Keeps mentioning Trevor the instructor, who apparently teaches life lessons through downward dog. Textbook cheating behavior, but I'm letting her dig her own grave. Adjust my schedule to give maximum cheating opportunities. Leave for work earlier, return later. Create perfect windows for betrayal. Discreetly hire surveillance expert, not for proof, but intelligence gathering. Trevor turns out to be 26, part-time yoga teacher, full-time personal trainer, divorced dad with 2 kids, classic emotional unavailability wrapped in spiritual nonsense. Investigator captures them at coffee shops, walking dogs together, entering Trevor's studio apartment after hours. Monica's entire yoga story is fabricated fiction. She's been constructing lies for half a year. Time to get creative with countermeasures. Invent my own fictional activity, men's support group led by my therapist colleague Richard. Richard is actually my divorce lawyer and we're plotting legal strategy. Start bringing home self-help books about masculine vulnerability and relationship transformation. Monica seems thrilled I'm finally working on myself. Quietly restructure our financial landscape behind the scenes. Close joint accounts, relocate assets, eliminate shared liabilities step by step. Meanwhile, acting increasingly zen and emotionally evolved. Richard helped me understand that marriage requires space for individual growth. Monica practically vibrates with excitement at this permission slip. Starts floating trial balloons about temporary separation and exploring our authentic selves. I reluctantly agree after much fake soul searching that distance might help us reconnect. Monica relocates to her cousin's guest room, but essentially lives at Trevor's place. I'm renovating the house, upgrading security, establishing new routines. 4 months into separation, Monica calls sobbing hysterically. Trevor apparently reconciled with his ex-girlfriend for co-parenting stability. Monica feels used and abandoned, suddenly remembers what she had. I've been so stupid, you're my anchor, yoga was just midlife confusion. Perfect opportunity to execute final phase. Invite her for a healing conversation at the house. Monica arrives expecting tearful reunion, discovers legal documents spread across dining table. Plot twist honey, Richard isn't my therapist, he's my attorney. Present surveillance photos, bank records, timeline of deception. Funny thing about investigating fraud professionally, you develop excellent pattern recognition. Watch her expression shift from hope to horror in real time. Attempts damage control with meaningless fling and we were separated narratives. Remind her that discussing separation isn't the same as actually separating. Monica threatens expensive legal battle for fair distribution. Reveal ironclad prenup, documented infidelity, strategically protected assets. Sweetheart, I've been building this case longer than you've been building your yoga flexibility. She gets her clothing and that expensive yoga mat. I retain literally everything else. Complete emotional breakdown, accusations of coldness and manipulation. 7 years together and you treated our marriage like a business merger. Explained that trust is earned and she spent months proving herself untrustworthy. She demonstrated capacity for elaborate deception. I demonstrated capacity for elaborate protection. Seems fair. Monica moves out completely, attempts rekindling things with Trevor, who is now committed elsewhere. Social media fills with posts about narcissistic abuse and emotional unavailability. Apparently, methodical preparation equals psychological warfare. Year later, dating someone from my actual support group. Discovered women exist who don't require finding themselves through other relationships. Monica occasionally sends friendship overtures via text. Treat her communications like spam and auto-delete. Discovered that professional investigation skills transfer beautifully to personal situations. She wanted passion and spontaneity, got spreadsheets and documentation instead. Sleeping soundly, knowing my expertise, protected me from financial and emotional devastation. Life lesson: choose partners who respect boundaries enough to end things before exploring alternatives. Alternatively, don't attempt deception against someone whose career involves exposing deception. Be me. 26, usually found lurking in the background of any group photo, world record holder for fewest words spoken at a party. My hobbies include retro gaming, not making eye contact, and knowing obscure Pokemon trivia. Everyone in my circle knew I crushed hard on Tessa, who was pure extrovert energy drink with a pinch of TikTok chaos. Life of every scene had her own laugh track. I was perma-named that guy from the friend group. Like, I got randomized by the background character generator, never declared my feelings, figured my odds were somewhere between lottery jackpot and being abducted by aliens. Tessa basically flirted with dudes who used 3-in-1 shampoo, had a different crush every month. Me, I'm the guy who gets aw, thanks, you're adorable when doing back-breaking favors. My brain did Olympic level flips every time she tossed me a real smile, but by next day she'd only remember if her phone battery died. She'd hit me with, help me move these boxes, or what does my laptop error mean, then disappear for days. A few months go by, she links up with Tyler, DJ with one good playlist, moody, always wore beanies and smelled like Red Bull. Her social feed, daily Soul Twin memes, wild quotes, photo shoot at every taco spot, and ride or die captions. Meanwhile, I muted the group chat and untagged myself in any photo, disconnected from her orbit. Tried to process my NPC vibes via hit-or-miss group gym sessions with 2 old gaming friends. We got destroyed by free weights, burned calories making bad dad jokes, and arguing about which Zelda was supreme. No one was getting swole, but we got solid at meal prepping. My chicken pesto game leveled up past anything I felt for Tessa. Began working on myself, picked up drawing again, built a sick Lego collection, went hiking, talked more on Discord, took 6 brave months off social stalking her, then joined Bumble on a dare. Complete rookie mode. Somehow matched with Julia, chaotic good, sharp-witted, into all my weird interests. Called me out for quoting memes IRL. Being around her made me forget I was ever a background character. She saw me, not just past me. My friends acted amazed like I'd triggered a hidden alternate ending. Started telling everyone about Julia, even my folks now know her coffee order. Ran into the friend group at a party, Tessa and Tyler still together, but Tessa seemed half glitched, poking at my relationship like a bug in her code. She started with the backhanded, Anon's actually really cute for a nerd, and Julia just laughed and called her out. Tyler looked bored, I just said, we all level up eventually. Tessa responded by dropping cryptic Insta stories, recycling lines about outgrown friends and wannabe main characters. My buddy Chris cornered me outside, told me Tessa was acting weird ever since he mentioned I was finally dating someone, like she lost an achievement. Julia shrugged off the drama, but one evening did ask if Tessa and I ever had a thing. Snorted at my in my dreams answer. If she tries any passive-aggressive stuff again, I'm rolling intimidation. Julia deadpanned, God, I love her. Weeks later, Tessa and Tyler broke up. His energy shifted to posting fresh start Spotify playlists. Tessa tried the sad girl social media arc, astrological memes, mood board selfies, endless growth quotes. Then she's in my DMs with a, hey, can you help me set up my new PC? You're so good with tech. I ignored. She started posting about fake friends and learning self-love. Literally TikTok side plot energy. 48 hours later, she's suddenly dating Brett, bro, finance major, who looked like he bought protein powder in bulk. Posted a gym selfie together. Real love requires real work. Bet. Met him once, dude borrowed $60 from her to buy NFTs, then ghosted the next week. Tessa retreated from the friend group, found a new clique focused on astrology, green smoothies, and shades of pink. Turned out the longer I was with Julia, the less I remembered why Tessa ever had me simping so hard. Found out I didn't need a spotlight to feel like the main character, just someone who isn't auditioning for a new cast every season. Funny how letting go of the wrong story lets you actually write your own. Be me. 27, FEMANON, average in every way. Never think twice about all of that male loneliness stuff. Chalk it up to incel memes and random Twitter threads. Have a younger brother, assortment of guy friends, never noticed how muted they are. Always thought loneliness was a them problem, not something any real guy struggled with. Last Thursday, out for sushi, brother suddenly drops, haven't had a decent convo with a woman since last summer. Except for you, and barely. I brush it off, but it echoes in my head for days. Start tracking social patterns like a weird experiment. Notice when I'm with female friends, we literally narrate every thought. Weird dates, mental breakdowns, what Janet wore to the gym, birth chart drama, who's fighting who. Silence gets filled instantly, not a beat missed, everyone takes turns oversharing, brothers circles, go silent for minutes, maybe someone drops a meme, nobody ever asks the how are you really question. Next day, hanging out with brothers, see I'm the one filling the air and running the convo. He just tosses in a joke here or there, vibes out. Realize he's always that way, supportive, never really brings up anything about his own life. Start hyperfixating. At work, realize I know the new girl's favorite color, her dog's name, and her star sign before Friday. Meanwhile, the guy who sat in accounting for 3 years, I don't even know the dude's last name. Watch women talk to guys in mixed groups. Interrupt, reroute back to girl drama, treat them like emotional roadies. Can you carry this? Can you give advice? Can you listen while I vent? If a dude tries to bring up his emotions, whole group short circuits, awkwardness powers up instantly. Meanwhile, if a girl's quiet, she's chill, mysterious, deep. When a guy's quiet, is he weird, mad, or just boring? Remember telling my ex man up when he teared up about his job. Felt like the right thing back then. Winced out loud remembering it. Think back to group chat. Endless loop of guys never open up hot takes. Next week, see a Reddit post about men dying of loneliness. Usually roll my eyes, this time I actually read the replies. Hundreds of guys just wanting a friend, attention, someone to care, check in with other guy friends. Realize I usually only text for meme exchanges or when I need something. Make a stupid little goal. Actually ask about their lives, no sarcasm. Start noticing dudes light up when asked simple stuff. How was your week? How's your family? What's new? They're awkward at first, then open up if I don't interrupt. Decide to really focus on my brother. Next hang, ask, how's life really? Dude almost short circuits, then just lets loose. Talks about old friends fading away, feeling like a background character, pressure to act fine all the time. Sits there looking half embarrassed, half grateful. We talk for an hour. I listen on purpose. Leaves me thinking, why did I wait so long to actually listen to the people closest to me? Start seeing the whole pattern. We raise men to be rock solid, expect emotional labor from them, then vanish when they finally crack. Women ask for vulnerability, then bail when it actually shows up. Guy gets emotional, everyone panics. Wonder how many men I've accidentally silenced or minimized just through lack of curiosity. Replay all the cringe stuff I've ever said, all the times I brushed off a guy's feelings with, "you'll be fine." For the first time, see how our whole social setup makes guys invisible until we need comic relief or someone to listen to our vents. Change the way I talk to my male friends. Lay off the sarcasm, ask real questions, sit through the first awkward silences. Slowly, see the difference. Guys are more willing to have actual convos when someone's patient, not in a rush to fix them. End up helping another friend open up about family trouble for the first time since I met him. Start telling my girlfriends about this. Hey, try asking your guy friends or brothers how they're actually feeling for once. Everyone's a little uncomfortable at first. Some think it's weird, others give it a try. Realize change won't be instant, but it's not that hard to just listen and not judge. See how group chats get less one-sided, guys start sharing a bit more when no one shuts them down. Get into the habit of saying, "How are you for real? Can't fix society, but at least I can debug my own code." For the first time ever, realize loneliness isn't a joke, not an incel thing. It's real, it's everywhere. Feel weirdly hopeful that just listening could break the loop for someone. Promise to keep making space for men's actual feelings instead of brushing past them. Wish I'd known all this sooner, but happy I finally pressed start on the right script. Maybe that's all anyone needs, to feel like a main character once in a while, not just an extra in someone else's group chat.